Good morning, students. Today we will start a new topic called rounding numbers. Let's try to understand what does rounding means. Rounding is a way of simplifying numbers to make them easier to understand or work with. That is, rounding means making a number simpler but keeping its value close to what it was. The result is less accurate but easier to use, and also it is still relatively close to what they originally were. Now, in your previous classes, you must have had some basic knowledge about rounding numbers. Now the question arises that in a real life situation, where do we find rounding numbers? What is the practical application of rounding numbers? So here are some examples that I'm going to give you from our practical life where we use rounding numbers. Let's suppose you went to a nearby grocery shop to buy some household thing. After buying things, you get a bill of, let's say, 204 rupees. But when you are paying the shopkeeper tells you to pay only 200 rupees. So let's say the bill was of rupees 204. But the amount that you paid was 200. So this is an example where the shopkeeper has used rounding numbers. Instead of paying 204 rupees, you might pay rupees 200. So this is an example where we use rounding number. Now there are many more, such as shopping bills. You must have seen after shopping that in the bill in the last you will see that there are round of figures of the total amount that you have to pay. Then in electricity bills also you might have seen this, that there they have given the rounding number. The amount that you have to pay is in round number. Then restaurant bills. So all these places are the real life example where we use rounding numbers. Now, here are some basic rules in rounding numbers. First is, if the number we are rounding is followed by 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9, we round the number up. But if the numbers we are rounding is followed by 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, we round the number down. For example, now let's say we have to round the given numbers to nearest 10. That means we have to round the number or the digit that is placed at the tens place. This is ones and this is tens. So we have to round up this number. Now, in order to round this digit, we have to see the digit that just comes right after this one. Here we can see the digit that comes right after 7 is 6. Now we have to see whether this 6 falls under this category or it falls under this category. And accordingly we will round the number up or we will round the number down. Here we can see that 6 comes under this category. So we have to round the number up. As a result, this digit that we are supposed to round off will increase. And the number that is above 7 is 8. And automatically this one's digit will become 0. So we can say that is round off of 76 is equal to 80. Now let's move to the second number. Here also the digit that we have to round off is 6, this one, that is at the tens place. In order to round this digit, we have to see the digit just right to this one, which is 2. And then we have to see whether this 2 falls under this category or in this category. We can see 2 comes here. That means we have to round the number down. In this case, when we round the number down, we keep the number same, and automatically, as I said, the ones digit will become 0. So the round off of 62 is 60. Let's move to number third. Here also the digit that we have to round off is this one, that is at the tens place. In order to round this up, we have to see the digit which just come right to it. This 4 again falls under this category. That means we have to round the number down. That means this will remain same, that is 8, and the ones place will become 0. This is how round off of 84 is 80. So in this we have to just remember these 2 points. The first is, if the number we are rounding is followed by 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9, round the number up. And the second rule says, if the number we are rounding is followed by 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, we have to round the number down. Now students, in class 5 we are going to study rounding numbers to the nearest 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh or crore. Now from our previous videos we know how to round numbers, in where if we want to round a number we have to look at the digit on the right of the place to be rounded. That is the digit which is placed exactly right to that digit which we want to round. Now if that digit is 5 or greater than 5, we round it up, and if it is less than 5, we round down. Now there is another way by which we can round numbers, that is number line. So let's begin with rounding numbers with the help of number line. Now let's suppose we have been given a question that round 1,83,260 to the nearest 10,000. So here we have drawn a number line and we have placed these 2 values. Now the question is how do we know that which 2 values we have to put here? Now see, we have been said that we have to round this number to the nearest 10,000. Means whatever change we have to make at the 10,000 place. That is at this place. That means if this is 1,83,260, then this number will definitely lie between 1,80,000 and 1,90,000. That will be the round off of this number to the nearest 10,000. Means whatever change we have to do, we have to make at this digit. That's why we are putting these 2 numbers here at the 2 very end of our number line. Now if this is 1,80,000 and this is 1,90,000, now here will be a point which will be halfway between both the numbers, that is 1,85,000. Now let's see where does this number exactly will lie. This number will lie here, that is between 1,80,000 and 1,85,000, that is 1,83,000. So if this is 80, 81, 82, 83, so it will lie somewhat here. So we can say that 1,83,260 is more nearer to 1,80,000 than 1,90,000. So the round off of 1,83,260 is equal to 1,80,000 when rounded to the nearest 10,000. Also one more way we can write it, that is 1,83,260 is approximately equal to 1,80,000 when rounded to nearest 10,000. This sign is the approximate sign. This is called the approximate sign. So this is how, with the help of a number line, we will round numbers to the nearest 10,000. Let's do one more example.